Hello and welcome back. I don't know why you're here, and God knows I don't know why I'm here, beyond the fact that a long time ago, two people had a very irresponsible night and I'm paying for it for the rest of my life. And I got something, obviously, here, a little special. Originally, this was just going to be a video featuring my two combat tests, my two Tesso and my two Ushi-no-Toki. But I thought you all deserve a little something extra, so we have Yato-no-Kami in the building tonight. I worked my fucking ass off for this boy, I swear to God. Grade 6, fully skilled up. I almost cried at giving up all those skilled Aruma, but I will bear with my existence and such. Now, of course, like I said, fully skilled. We all know what he did. And I'll say this, he is probably one of the most difficult things to actually use. But here's what we got. Mostly because I hit him up with some Soul Taker, because that's one of my usual ones to use for like a basic. The chance of an extra turn is always useful, and it actually has proven kind of useful with him and his abilities, especially with his ritual thing. But of course also with Wisp because of the effect hit booster. But let's go through this slow, shall we? We have, of course, this Soul Taker. Could I put one more attack orienting on it? Yes. Was speed and crit damage also very useful? Yes. Of course, we have this one here. There's your extra attack and crit. Some more attack, crit, and crit damage. And of course here, a little more HP to keep him alive. And again, Wisp, because of the effect hit booster, because he does have an effect. And I like you at least trying to add a little bit of effect hit spice on top if they have an effect. Now, are there people who'd say you could do something else? Yes, obviously. Seductress would probably be a nice touch on him too, but it's just for me with ones that have effects that boost as they get turns. I found that giving that chance of an extra turn is more useful. Whew. I worked for you, boy. I worked. Now, moving on, of course, to our R zone here. We, of course, like I said, we have Tesso. We have Ushi-no-Toki. And let's start small. We'll start with, of course, this one. Our dancing mouse. Grade 5. Using what most and fully skilled here with his effect hit. And he is someone who definitely can. He can work having Azure Basin on it for its effective booster, plus how Azure Basin also grants you orbs in battle. There's a reason Azure Orb Tesso is a mainstay for things like Nin Zone. I see him show up in Kraken zones all the time with other people bringing him to get extra, because you can get extra money, but he also gets to do double duty with maybe days and something and bring in orbs. He benefits from this build. It makes him do all the extra work, and he is putting in the work. So as you can see right here, we have, of course, attack booster, some more, and more. Please insert the Kylo Ren meme wherever you feel need. Now, because he does have an effect, and because I would prefer him not getting knocked stupid since he does a little crowd controlling, I have Yamabiko in an attempt to give him some effect resistance. And it works. I have to admit, I like it. This is an Azure Basin build and someone who benefits hugely from it, where you don't feel like there's any wasted space. Now, Tesso number 2 here, of course, is another in the round of Wardbringers, grade 5, fully skilled, and he's bringing with him Fortune Cat, which honestly was a bit of a joke and just seemed to fit right with our favorite money-loving rat. So he's, again, like before, is a little bit of attack, but his abilities are mostly focused towards his effect hit. Mostly because he's doing a little more in the crowd control zone than Tesso number 1. He's also, of course, using Oboroguruma, which, to be honest, this has actually been kind of fun to have with him. A lot of people would probably say no, but I've found that Oboroguruma is a lot of fun. And Fortune Cat, I mean, he's putting in some work. He's also bringing you some orbs. He's bringing you orbs, extra money. They're both doing. He's putting in his work. You're making these two rats work for their supper. Now, Ushi-no-Toki, Tsubaki Girl, and Sakura Girl. Now, Tsubaki over here uses a claws set. She's, of course, fully skilled up. She does have her effect. Of course, so she got a little bit of an effect hit booster. But she mostly uses her claws for crit boosting. A lot of attack, some more attack. And of course, Oboroguruma is also here for its ability. Does this work? It suffices. I actually kind of like my Sakura Girl with her Fortune Cat set a little better than more that I've played through this, but this still does its job if you need something to actually hit things. Now, again, Sakura Girl, and I'm probably changing my opinion from the last video I did with these two, and I'll admit, it's just like it changes. In her case, she's here to bring orbs as doing extra duty, bringing some effect hit. My cat is bringing the noise. My cat is basically Quiet Riot at this time. Aren't you, cat? So we have here, of course, Fortune Cat with the effect hit, but mostly with some attack, too. And, of course, boosting it further with Azure Basin. I have to admit, I kind of do like this a little bit better. Not to say crit's not useful. Claws is very useful with it too, but at the same time, I don't know, I lean more towards Sakura Girl now, after some more playthroughs. But both sets are fun. Both is good. So if you want, we come to the end of this, and if you want to knock off here, totally reasonable, totally understandable. I ask you to do the Holy Trifecta YouTube on your way out the door. For everybody who's going to stick around, we're going to do a level 40 Hahakagami zone, a level 40 Kappa zone, and see what happens, shall we? Go. There we go. There's our gold barrage. That's one thing I like, is that Oboroguruma, once you hit, your Shiki will actually move faster. That's great. I have never gotten to the reset done. Yato is very difficult to get that one bio. Talk about golden rain. Forget chocolate rain, forget purple rain, it's gold rain when it comes to Tesso. Now, if anything, this does point out that the Tessos could probably use a little bit more HP boosted into them, a little bit more defense, which makes sense. However, you can normally counter that if you have a good healer on deck, so not too big of a deal. And of course, here we get to see the use of Tesso, his coin bonus. So, I'm gonna go hit the Kappa zone, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright, and we are back with Tesso. Toki no Ushi-no-Toki, Ushi-no-Toki 2, and Yato-no-Kami. And going against the Kappas. Hit it. Oh, golden rain. I don't know why, but I kind of give it up to Ushi-no-Toki's voice actress. That laugh. That laugh is perfectly insane sounding, and it's, I mean, I give credit. Voice actor, whoever does that, that is insanely awesome. Pun not intended. Fortune Cat and Azure Basin together. You are going to be in no short supply of orbing. Sammy's dragon is putting in the work. Alright, well, that's enough of that. I'm gonna knock off here. If you stuck to the end, please, thank you. Special thank you going out to the 59 people last time I looked who have for some reason decided they want to watch this channel. Thank you immensely. I hope I keep making things that interest you. And on this, I'm gonna head off. See ya.